Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Timthetatman to the Just Chatting podcast version of me. We got a banger for you today. Throughout my career, I'll throw that in air quotes, I've gotten to meet some pretty awesome people. Some people that I never would have thought in a million years that I would get to meet. What you're about to watch in this video is a couple of my interactions with some famous people that I never thought that I would have the opportunity to talk to. People like Conor McGregor, Dak Prescott, even Peyton Manning. Never in a million years did I think I'd ever have the opportunity to meet some of these guys, but it was awesome, man. Be sure to drop a like on this. Be sure to share it with a friend if you're not subscribed to Timthetatman 2 over here, the Just Chatting podcast version of me. Be sure to hit the sub button and ring the bell, okay? Be sure to tell somebody you love them, all right? I'll catch you in the next one. There's a lot of you here, right? And I often wonder, I wonder if any of you are actually incredibly famous. You know what I mean? And I just have no idea. And you're sitting here and you're way more famous than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just this fat guy on the internet. But like, what if one of you was Chris Hemsworth, right? How do I know? Or like, what if one of you was like Johnny Depp? And you're an actual or Brad Pitt, right? And you're just watching me on your Saturday morning. Tim, I am Chris Hemsworth. No, you're not. It's me, Leonardo DiCaprio. I am Mark Wahlberg. Nice to see you, Mark. Tim, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. There's not many people that would really get me tongue-tied, like really nervous if I ever met them. But The Rock is definitely, I don't know what I'd even say. In my opinion, The Rock is like arguably one of the most famous people in the world. Arguably, like he almost everybody knows The Rock. Right. And he would just, I don't know what I'd freak out. And not freak out, but like, I'd be really, really nervous if I was near The Rock. You know, Michael Jordan had that effect at Daytona 500 as well. So some of you don't know, I went to Daytona 500, right? I was with Luke Combs, weird flex. But Luke had a suite, and next to us through the glass, there was a glass wall, right? And Michael Jordan was in the suite right next to us. There was definitely a level of nerve there because, I mean, it's Michael Jordan, right? So, someone said Peyton Manning. You know what's funny? I casually talked to Peyton Manning. I did. It was at this it was at a concert. God, which concert was it? This was like a year and a half or 2 years ago, I think. Of course, I'm at the food area, and so I'm just like getting stuff on my plate, right? And then Peyton Manning, sure shit, walks right behind me and to my right, and I think him and I just casually talked about. I think it was like a little cracker with some salmon on it, and he was like, "Are these any good?" And I was like, I don't know. I'm not a big seafood guy. He was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. And then he like walked away. Because I didn't want to, I wanted to play cool. I didn't want to be like, and to be fair, we're in this section of a room where it's like, there's a lot of famous people. And I didn't want to be a person like, hey, Peyton Manning, big fan. Can I get a photo? So I was just kind of playing it cool, you know, and I was just like doing my own thing. I had like egg rolls and shit. And then he asked me about this like seafood biscuit thing, and I was like, I don't like seafood. He's like, I'll give it a shot. And then he like walked away. And that was my interaction with Peyton Manning. Tim, you didn't say hi. I didn't want to make it weird. Does that make sense? I didn't. It's really hard to explain, but like I didn't want to make it it's Peyton Manning, right? I'm sure. And honestly, there were people that walked up to him and asked for photos and stuff, and he took photos. He was a really nice guy, but I didn't want to make him. In the moment, I was just trying to treat him like a human, I guess. I don't know. I just wanted to be, we're just talking about food casually. Hey man, is the seafood any good? I don't know. I'm not a seafood guy. All right. You know what I mean? I didn't want to make him be like, hey man, give me a photo. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That was my take on it. Now, if it was a Cowboys player, that would have been a lot more difficult for me. Obviously, Peyton Manning, he's one of the best quarterbacks that we saw. He was a great QB, but he was a really nice guy. He was taking photos with people and doing that. And, but Peyton, but like, that's an example, right? Peyton Manning, I was able, like, if The Rock walked up behind me and he goes, "Is this salmon cracker any good?" I'd lock up. I'd be like that would lock me up. Peyton Manning, I was okay. I was okay with Peyton Manning. But like, if that was The Rock, I'm like, Dak Prescott. I was really nervous. I met Dak Prescott and I got a photo with him. I was nervous. I was nervous with Dak a lot, actually. We were in the bathroom. And my number one rule that I tell you guys is just don't talk to me in the bathroom. That's my number one. And of course I saw him in the bathroom, right? And naturally, it was at the Mcgregor fight. It was at the Mcgregor fight in Vegas. We were in a suite and his suite was about 2 down, but it was a public, it was weird. The suites didn't have bathrooms, which was kind of abnormal. A lot of suites typically have a bathroom that you can go into, but this one for some reason didn't have it. So it was like this suite bathroom where everyone kind of walked into, and I walked in and then Dak walked in right behind me. And I was like, damn it. I was like, this is like my number one thing. I can't say anything to people in the bathroom. That's like my number one. I'm not going to do it. And Tim, I wouldn't know about suites. I'm sorry, guys. If it makes you feel any better, like at concerts and stuff, I kind of like lawn tickets more. Suites are okay, but they're not. They're okay, but honestly, I almost enjoy the lawn tickets more for like a concert or something like that. But I don't know. Anyway, so what happened was when I met Dak, I was with Ninja. I was with Tyler, and he wingman for me so hard because Dak didn't know who I was, but he knew Ninja, right? And like who Megalol, and so we're walking out. All of us like were walking out around the same time. I guess our timing was the same. I don't know. And Tyler was talking to Dak, and then Tyler Ninja goes, "My buddy Tim here is a big fan. Can you get a picture?" And Dak took a photo with me. But that was all Ninja, not me. He wingman. And I wasn't gonna ask Dak for a photo. I wasn't gonna do it because I don't know. But Ninja, he carried as always, right? Yeah, I don't know, man. You know what is weird though? At the Super Bowl, I met Ezekiel Elliott. I was way more chill with that because, and Zeke's obviously incredible, right? He's an incredible athlete, incredible running back. But because I'd played games already previously with Zeke and I'd messaged him before, it was way more, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but it was way more, I guess natural is the word. Not awkward, right? Because I never talked to Dak, right? And I never said anything to him. I'm just a fan. Obviously, I'm a fan of the Cowboys and I'm a fan of Zeke, but I'd already played with him and kind of talked to him a little bit. So when I talked to him at the Super Bowl, it was really natural, really chill, really organic. I don't know. But it was like two different, like, it was like night and day because I was like so nervous around Dak. And then with Zeke, I was like chill because I'd already talked to him. You know what I mean? But Zeke was awesome, by the way. Just side note, he was funny, man. We like got dinner. He's a man, bro. He's a man. I love Zeke. Mike Evans, I'd met previously before the Super Bowl as well. So Mike was chill. Obviously, I'd met him before as well. Tim, stop flexing. I met Conor McGregor, guys, and I'm not kidding. But I embarrassed myself in front of him. So this was two. I've been to 3 Super Bowls in a row. That's a flex. Which Super Bowl was it? This was the very first Super Bowl I ever went to, and Conor McGregor was there was an elevator that you went into where you had a ticket for a suite, and then you'd go up, and so we all walk into the elevator, and there's already someone in there, and I'm walking in. At the back of the elevator. So there's a couple really tall guys that are like jacked with like, a black button down on, like a black polo shirt. And they had like, it was definitely security. So I immediately knew, obviously it was someone. And I kind of like shift to the left. And then I see that it's Conor McGregor is in our effing elevator. And I was like, so I immediately was like, oh my God. I said to Alexis, my wife, I was like, honey, that's Conor McGregor. and she's looking out. She's looking out of our elevator. Like, where is he? Did he walk by us? And I was like, no, he's in our fucking elevator. He's I was like, no, like the other way, on the other side of the elevator, it's Mcgregor. And so what happened was, obviously we're all going up to the suite level, and I'm getting really nervous. He didn't hear it because I didn't yell it. I'm not like, honey, Conor McGregor's right there. Like, I made it discreet. I wasn't like, honey, Conor McGregor's in our elevator. You know what I'm saying? It was much more discreet than that. And so on our way up, I'm thinking to myself, bro, am I going to try and say something? Am I going to try and say something to Conor McGregor? And then I was like, are you ever going to get an opportunity to try and say something to Conor McGregor ever again? Probably not. So everyone walks out of the elevator, and Alexis and him are like walking almost the same time. So it looked like I was kind of waiting for my wife, which was a W. And I was so nervous, bro. And the only thing, and obviously all the security's around him, and the only thing that comes out of my mouth to Conor is like I'm an ogre living in my lair. I go, name's Tim, big fan. Like I just learned how to talk, right? And that's what comes out of my mouth. And McGregor looked at me. I guess it's not terrible. It could have went worse. But McGregor looks at me and he goes, fucking right, in like his little, his accent, and like walks away. And that was my interaction with Conor McGregor. And it could have went worse, but I definitely was not near as cool as I was with Peyton Manning, right? Yeah, the salmon's pretty good, I think, but I'm not big on seafood. I'll give it a shot. Okay, Peyton, right? That was like a little more chill, but Conor had me like locked up. I was like, name's Tim, big fan. That's all that came out of my mouth. So Conor kind of had that effect on me too, as well. I was like nervous. I just didn't know what to say, but I wanted to say something. And you know what's funny is sometimes when I meet people, when I meet some of you all, people say the same thing to me. And that kind of boggles my mind that I've seen it. It's almost like it was flipped. Like I wanted to say something to Conor so bad, but I didn't know how to. And I'm just probably staring at him, right? And then it's been flipped where I see someone just staring at me. And I'm like, but what I'll do is, because I know the position you're in, so I'll be like, what's going on, man? And I'll say something to you to kind of, are you just staring at me because I'm beautiful, or do you stare at me because I'm Tim? Like, what are we doing here? Do you like my hoodie? You know what I'm saying? So like, I almost try to get I understand what you're feeling, so I try and almost get you through it. You know what I'm saying? Versus when I just say to Conor, I'm like, name's Tim, big fan. That's the only thing that comes out of my mouth. But it is funny though, man. It is funny. It is funny how certain celebrities will make me like really nervous, like Conor McGregor, or if I ever met The Rock, I wouldn't know what to say. And Dak locked me up. I didn't know what to say to him. I didn't know how to. I was just gonna walk out of that bathroom and not take a photo. You know what I mean? But Ninja helped me out a lot. But then I can casually kind of just talk to Peyton Manning about food. You know what I'm saying? It's so weird. Tom Brady. I would definitely be nervous if I met Tom Brady. Drake. Oh, bro. I'm off the scene. I had no idea. What would I say to Drake? What do you say to Drake? Hey, man, great music. Obviously, he knows he has great music, right? Can't say something like that. Like, Drake knows that he has good music. I don't have to tell him that. You know what I'm saying? You just say started. Okay, chat. Started. I wonder how many times he's gotten that. Like, someone just saying, walk up to Drake and be like, hey, man, God's plan. I think I would just probably say the same kind of thing that I said to Conor. Name's Tim, big fan. Loved you in Degrassi. Okay, chat. That's just. Although I did actually watch, because that was like my age, right? I was like 13, 14 when Degrassi was out, so it was like right around that level. So, dude, I was joking around about meeting Michael Jordan, and I was like, I wonder if anyone in Michael Jordan's like life has ever come up to Michael Jordan and said, this was the line that popped in my head to say to Jordan, hey man, loved you in Space Jam. That was like, that popped in my head. I was like, I wonder what people have said to Michael Jordan when they try and talk to him. And I was like, I wonder if anyone's ever walked up to him and be like, loved you in Space Jam, man. It's good. Hey, man, that was a great movie.